Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Wrassle Graps podcast. A very complicated episode two. A lot of issues starting off here. You want to explain what went wrong this time, co-host Vincent?
Did you introduce yourself?
Show's gone off the rails. Great.
Let's
I'm
introduce
Chris.
ourselves first. Yeah. He is Chris. I am Vincent. And we're here with a Hell in a Cell review that we never planned on doing.
Yeah. So, uh, Vincent was having issues with his AW stream. So
I think it was only for Optimum viewers. So what happened was, as soon as the show started, black screens, audio problems, and over the course of the whole episode, it just got consistently worse. There was a green screen on my screen for a little bit. There was a striped screen on my screen for a little bit. There was a 30-second black screen in the middle of one of the matches. There was a bunch of audio problems during the lockup of Orange Cassidy and Cody. The shit froze on me, and I could barely watch the show. I don't know what happened. The finishes of the matches, I missed them all, and yeah,
that's unfortunate. You told me about
it
this
may have
yesterday.
messed with the viewerships and the ratings and all that. But yeah,
Possibly. Uh, but for that reason,
it was only
we
for TNT, not even USA, not like Fox or anything. Just TNT. I don't know why. I don't know
NXT
why, Craig. I
sabotage.
don't know why, Craig.
Could have been Craig. Could have been Triple H. It could have been anybody, really.
I blame
Allegedly.
Craig for all of this. All right, he sabotaged us on the last episode, and he's going to sabotage us on this episode. So
Look, man. Look, we did several practice episodes for like 2 weeks, right? Everything went smooth. Okay, I just want to go back to that. That's all.
dude, I bring up Pablo Escobar once, bro,
Stop
and we
bringing.
have issues on the fucking podcast. I don't know what happened, bro.
Okay, so you say that you brought him up and it ruined everything. So why are we bringing him up again?
I mean, we'll test our luck. You know what I'm saying? I'm risky.
Yes. Okay. So let me explain what's going on here, because this is a hectic first week. If you saw the first video, you saw in the description it said that we're going to be back with the AEW review, but because of everything that's going wrong, we unfortunately had to sub that out for our Hell in the Cell review, which is now,
Pretty
what,
interesting.
5 days, 4 days late, something like that.
Yeah, we're very late on this. I'm very shocked if somebody actually watches this, especially our first subscriber that we got. But yeah,
Yeah, shouts out to that guy, actually.
yeah, whoever that is. I mean, female or guy, whatever. Shouts out to you.
Shouts out. If you want to let us know in the comments below, give you a shout in the next episode.
Yeah,
That'll be
of course. Yeah, tell us. I
well,
mean, probably everyone's gonna say, "I was your first subscriber," but it's okay. It's okay.
yeah.
Thanks
Well,
for interacting. You know what I'm saying?
just regardless, we'll shout out everybody, and then whoever they can do a fight to the death.
100
On our,
comments later. We're gonna show to everybody. Oh, okay.
well, they can all tell us that they were the first. And they can do the fight to the death in the comments below, and the winner, judged by us, will then be the first subscriber, regardless of who it actually was.
Dude, stop starting a war in our comments section. Like, what the fuck, bro? It's gonna be a bunch of like 9-year-olds cursing at each other. Like, I don't know. Their parents don't even know they're on YouTube. Like,
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna turn this into a Among Us lobby. It's gonna be interesting.
basically what it is. Yeah. Yo, fuck Among Us public lobbies.
It's a mess. It really is.
Completely a mess, bro.
Yeah. By the way, before we get into anything else, before we go any further, I do want to let you guys know that typically our schedule for these uploads, the plan is that Tuesdays to do a Raw review, Thursdays an AW review, Saturday is a SmackDown review, and of course there's a pay-per-view Monday. We'll do that. Or if there's an AW show, like pay-per-view on Saturdays, do that on Sunday. That's the typical schedule. But because of everything going wrong, and because you have prior commitments, you know, there won't be a SmackDown episode this this Saturday. But we're gonna get back to the schedule on Tuesday with Raw.
Yeah, sorry for no SmackDown review. I have something on that day. It's unfortunate, but we might have a SmackDown review. We're not gonna count it out right now, but we might have one.
If you need me to come on here and just talk about it by myself, I'm more than willing.
No. Let's save it for. Let's save some good episodes for later. Okay.
I'll sit here with Craig. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, Craig doesn't want to talk to you. He never talks to you.
He'll do it. Look, watch.
But Craig sent me a DM. What the fuck?
I
do agree, Craig. I do agree.
What do you say?
Let's move on. It's not for your eyes. It's for my eyes. Okay.
I'm sure it's something insightful.
Totally.
Maybe.
Yeah. Totally not an insult towards your going your way at all. No.
Well, I mean, that's impossible.
Yeah, it's impossible from Craig. He's a nice guy.
Nice guy. Not an
Oh, what's this,
asshole.
Craig? I can read this one out. Like he wants to sabotage every episode. Up
Well,
until
that's not
our
a secret.
demise.
I know he's DMing that. That's not a secret.
He wants to plan our demise, he says.
Terrible unpaid intern, Craig. Terrible unpaid interning.
We only keep him around because he does the recording. So
For those of you who don't know Craig yet, because we are only 2 episodes in, I don't even remember if we explained this last time. He is
if you've watched our album review, you know who Craig is, but we'll explain it again.
Yeah, he's the Discord bot we use to record this little podcast for you guys. And sometimes it goes good. Sometimes it doesn't. And it might or may not be his fault. We're going to say it is, though.
It's definitely his fault.
Okay, well, I was going to give him the benefit of the doubt. But, if you want to...
We have 9,013 reasons why it's his fault.
Yeah, we racked these up in the course of a month. So...
Yeah, I don't know how this happened. We got fingers that type out shit. 9,013 reasons. Yeah.
Look, mathematically, scientifically, logistically, even intellectually, scientists, mathematicians, they don't know how this happened, but it happened.
We used the Steiner maths, and we figured it all out ourselves. So
yeah, the numbers spell disaster for you. Sacrifice, Craig.
Exactly.
Yeah, this episode might be a disaster. We're not too concerned with doing too much professionalism here. Of course, because this is a late Hell in the Cell review. If anyone watches it, it's a miracle. But yeah, we're just gonna have some fun here.
Let's have some fun. Let's kick off this show.
Well, before we do get there, you saw AEW. Would you like to give a quick overall thoughts of what you did see? Or
I saw some moves.
Anything else?
They were pretty cool. Now I saw Canadian Destroyer. That was pretty dope. The rest of it was really cut out, so I really don't know what the fuck happened. I missed I really missed most of the Wardlow and Hangman match, even though I heard it was pretty damn good. So I missed most of the important parts. The promo with MJF and Chris Jericho is pretty good. And the Jon Moxley promo I kind of missed because I was a little distracted because of the black screen and shit. But yeah.
No Pentagon Omega?
And the Orange Cassidy shit. I wish I could see that, but like I say, it froze on the fucking lockup. So.
Damn.
And close to the very end just happened the most fucking weirdest thing. The green screen into the striped screen. It was pretty insane. And I think the 30-second black screen happened there too. So.
It's crazy.
So those were the highlights from Dynamite, guys.
Yeah. Hopefully this doesn't happen in the future, so we can bring you our thoughts on Dynamite. But if it does, we'll just do something like this. Maybe we'll just review something old.
I kind of wonder how many Optimum viewers there actually are, because there was only a few handful of tweets out about it.
Well, look, listen, if you're an Optimum viewer watching this podcast, do let us know below. Did you have these issues? Did it happen for you? We'd love to see them. Love to know. Do tell
that
us.
Is a question for the comments.
Yeah. But I don't think there's any other housekeeping we gotta get to. I think we can jump right into Hell in a Cell if you want to.
Yeah, sure.
Great. So thinking back to the fact that we tried doing this like 4 days ago and how we started there.
It's having PTSD live on a podcast.
I am. It's every sentence I complete, I'm just waiting for that random, I can't hear you. You're static, Mike. It's not working. It's haunting.
Yeah. It's a haunting, you said?
It's haunting me, man. Spooky. It's Halloween.
Yeah, it's true. Boo. You know what I'm saying?
This whole podcast is going to hell in a cell.
I see what you did there. What's going on in Hell in a Cell, Chris?
Right. So I think we started off last time talking about the pre-show, but we just skip over that.
Yeah, let's just. I never watched the pre-show at all, so
Or
Chris
truth
actually
be,
watched it, but let's not do this.
I watched. I barely paid attention to it. The highlight, or not highlight, but what happened was, our truth beat Drew Gulak for a 24/7 championship, and then Drew Gulak said he hates John Cena, and then that was everything.
How can you hate John Cena, our best follower? Come
Maybe he was the one subscriber.
on, that's true.
Yeah, yeah.
John Cena saw our notification. He said, "I'm subscribing to these boys. I like what they do." You know.
Like what they do, the wrestling and the grappling. It's just for me.
Now, I'm gonna say something real quick. I'm sorry we're not gonna get straight to the episode, but I'm not sure if we have post notifications, but if we have them, turn them on, please, to get our notifications for the episode so you don't miss out.
I mean, I'm fully expecting this to be a mess of a show. You know, whatever you want to do, just say it. This is a last second substitute episode of a show that happened 5 days ago, 4 days ago. I don't know time. So just
I feel like
start
our
asking.
comment sections are used to be like forums about what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, forums. What is happening? Where's the review? It's been like 20 minutes. What's going on? But we're gonna get there.
The timestamp for the actual review.
Left by Craig, taking away our viewership numbers.
Damn Craig.
And that's a list. But
So what was the first match? Like, goddamn.
the first match was surprisingly Roman versus Jay in the Hell in a Cell I Quit strap match, a hardcore match that turned into several different matches. Yeah, it was a great match. One of my favorite matches of the year, actually. Just one of my favorite matches in general.
I think it was
Fantastic.
I thought it was a pretty very good match. Yeah, it was a pretty good match. And but I thought the Clash of Champions match, the cock match, was the better match of the two.
I mean, I can see how you say that. I understand. It's just I don't know, something about this match, man. Something about Roman's performance here. They were both great. Don't get me wrong. I love them both. Just something about this was I loved it more. I don't know what it was.
I thought the crying part was my favorite.
Yeah, the cry. There is a part in this match where Jimmy tries to save Jay from getting his ass kicked even further, and he's trying to beg Roman to stop. He's telling him, like, "Hey, we can work this out, man. It's okay. We can work this out." And Roman's sitting down. He's crying. He's saying to himself and saying to Jimmy, "I don't even know who I am anymore." And that hit me. Just hit me really hard. I almost started crying.
Was that a true story?
The first 90% was I didn't actually start crying.
Okay, because I did not. I was like, he's gonna turn. He's gonna turn. I know it for real. And he
Yeah.
did turn, and it was pretty damn good. I was very happy with what happened.
That was one of my favorite parts, that segment, which was it before that, I think, was when Roman went outside to the cell and they're trying to call off the match. Everyone's in the cell, like his officials and everything. He walks to the door, Roman, he closes it and says, "We're not going to need this anymore. Might as well shut this because no one's leaving this place until this is over."
Yeah, I get what you're saying about his performance. I just think his performance at Clash of Champions was better. It made him seem more like a badass to me. I mean, he was a badass here, right? But I think Cock was the best performance.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's great both times. I think this is my favorite iteration of the character.
Like, what do you mean by that?
Like when Roman Reigns first started, and he was getting pushed down everyone's throats. Everyone just hated him for being in that position. He was a face. Everyone just wanted him to go away, go away. And like, I don't get it. What's this dude doing here? Why is he being pushed so hard? But then he comes back as this, and you're just like, oh my god, this dude's fantastic.
Yeah, he was pretty damn good. Well, he's pretty damn good now. Before he was not damn good, and he was actually just. I think he was just a shell of who he should have been, basically.
I think that.
'Cause I think this is right now. This is where he shines the most, right? I feel like that's where
Yeah.
he's probably always believed himself. I bet, and now
Probably.
he gets to do whatever he got to do here, and he's sounds pretty natural. He sounds like he's doing, he's having a good time.
I think this iteration of Roman Reigns is probably my favorite, like, WWE character of 2020, if I had to pick one. It's just my favorite
Yeah.
thing about it.
You know, I remember that time Becky Lynch was my favorite, and then she kind of got stale. So I hope. Well, she became a face, right? She was like a heel, and she was like a tweener, and she was like a face. So she kind of scaled off that little scale there, or whatever I was trying to say. She fell off the scale, I guess. And Roman, hopefully it doesn't happen to him.
I think it all went downhill when Charlotte got inserted in the WrestleMania match for some reason. They made a triple threat. That's when things started to go wrong. So as long as Charlotte does get inserted in the Roman Reigns match, we should be fine.
Why didn't they just do Becky versus Ronda? That would have been so. That's the money match right there. Having like a triple threat match as your main event is definitely not the way to go. But I mean, that's behind. That's behind us. That's in the past. So
I'm just gonna say, to this day, I still have no idea why that happened. I don't know what that was about.
Ric
But
Flair paid
yeah,
them off in the back.
probably. Yeah,
That's an
maybe with
allegation. But I'm actually kidding. All right, but yeah.
this is your thing for the podcast. You try to make as many allegations as possible. Yeah.
It just happens. It comes out, naturally. I don't know what happens to me, man. Turn on the recording from Craig, and boom, I start allegedly throwing allegations at people.
One day it's gonna be a video uploaded to the channel, not by either of us. That's just a bunch of our allegations that we made up as jokes, but without the allegations part. So it's just really bad comments that can get us in trouble without the context that they were jokes. And it's
The
gonna be
comment
Craig who
section is
uploaded.
flooded with people. It's our most popular video.
Yeah, not for a good reason though.
No.
I fear yet look forward to that day, ever so slightly. But yeah, so we're just gonna get back to this match. Overall, it was a 40-minute match. I didn't even feel that, dude. I was so invested in this Roman Reigns match. This Roman Reigns Jey Uso match. I didn't even notice that by the end of all this, by the time we get to our next match, 50 minutes had passed. That's crazy.
I felt the longness of the match. I felt like it went on too long, and I felt like it needed to be shortened.
I don't know, man, dude. I remember watching this match and then checking the time afterwards, and I thought back to WrestleMania 36 with Edge and Orton, and we watched that together. Actually, we were watching it, and we were just like, dude, when is this gonna end? It's like this 45-minute match between these two guys that everyone wanted to see so badly, and it's just dragging on and dragging on, and it was terrible. But this, I didn't even feel it.
That's facts. I mean, that was like a golf tournament, basically, is what that was. And this, of course, not a golf tournament, but it was. I felt like it still went on too long. I don't think it was too long, but I think it went on too long to the point where I feel like it needed to be a little bit shortened. That's all. Nothing against the match itself, but yeah, they could have shortened it a little bit.
I can see that. My only criticism, I guess, a little small critique, is that I don't think this needed to be a Hell in a Cell match. So they didn't actually use the cage that much, besides at one point where Roman knocks everyone in. But no, otherwise, I don't think it need to be this kind of match.
Definitely not an Usos New Day Hell in a Cell match. You know what I'm saying? But definitely a
That's a
good
great
Hell in a
match.
Cell match between two guys. For sure.
I love this for the storytelling, really. I think overall, it's fantastic for the characters and everything like that.
Couldn't
I
it have
couldn't.
ended on top of this though?
No, because you say that for later in the night.
Well, I know that, but like, would they be able to go up top and say I quit still?
Well, yeah.
They should have done that.
What well, the thing is, you have to have that Jimmy spot to make it make sense why Jay is quitting.
It would have been kind of funny to watch him climb up the cage just to like, no, don't say I quit. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Yeah, it's a fun soundbite. Somebody please clip that out. Maybe make that me.
No. Yeah, I shouldn't have said that, but okay. Yep.
You didn't even say it for the Otis match, right? Assumed you would
I
say it.
can. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's basically it for the first match. I loved it. You had some. You thought it could have been shorter, but you thought it was good too. I think that's does it for that match.
Yep, definitely.
All right, so we're gonna slowly move on to the well, see, here's the thing. I think in the original review we were talking about that we forgot to mention here is that putting this match at the beginning instead of the main event really screwed up the pacing of this show a lot because this is a great match and they followed it up with Jeff Hardy versus Elias, which is a mistake on any level of card that you do.
I mean, okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. But this was the cool down match. Is what it was, a filler match, basically. So I mean, we need the filler matches in the middle of the matches. But the thing is, the formatting of the whole entire card was fucked since the beginning. So this match, the Roman J match, should have went on last probably.
Well,
And
you weren't
I
kidding
think
when
we
you
should have kicked it off with the filler matches, maybe. Well, actually, you mix some in the middle of the Hell in a Cell matches, but like mix them all up in a way that they make sense.
well, I mean, you weren't kidding when you said cool down match. This certainly brought down all my enjoyment of this show a lot.
I'm not gonna. I didn't pay attention too much to this match.
Me neither. No, I was very confused and lost when the ending happened, so I had no idea what happened.
I was honestly just thinking about Elias's new album when it's gonna release.
Yeah, which we reviewed for our first video. Do check that out if you haven't seen it yet? Shameless plug.
Yep. Probably gonna be at the end of the video. If it's not, then go check it out by clicking on our picture down below and pressing subscribe. Maybe, who knows? If you like the video.
Dude, there's like 2 videos on our channel. Go look for it. You'll find it.
Yeah, it's not that hard to find. You don't have to scroll down all the way. You know, like some YouTubers. You know,
Some people have been doing this for too long. Come on, guys.
stop doing this shit, man. We're the new up and coming goats. So
Stop,
please don't.
just step down, and then by default, people have to watch us because there's no one else. See how that
Someday
works?
we're gonna be these guys that we're talking about. Everyone's gonna send us this video and be like,
Yeah.
you guys are no longer the up and coming goats.
A bunch of grandpas talking about wrestling.
Old boomer asses.
Old boomers, go
Boomer
back to
motherfuckers. Get out of here.
go with your pudding in the retirement home, pal.
Yo, you know what a match that should have been on this card? Buddy Murphy and Seth Rollins.
Oh my god, dude, that match was fantastic.
Yeah,
Imagine,
I mean, come
imagine,
on. You put those two in the ring, you know it's going to be a good match. And it was a good match on SmackDown.
imagine how much better the show would have been, right? If you scrapped Elias versus Jeff Hardy and you scrapped the Miz and Otis match. Didn't do that here, but you put that match on there and gave it time. Imagine how much better the show would have been for it.
That's facts. I mean, I was thinking about that every time a new little singles match popped up that I knew was filler. You know, like the Otis match, like the Elias match, you know.
Yeah,
If you just put the Buddy Murphy and Seth match in there, that would have been a payoff to their little feud, you know.
yeah, they would have had a great match, and then the show would have been elevated because of that. You know,
Even though it's a
and,
weird feud, but you know, we're not going to get into that right now because they're on the show. But
yeah, when we talk about SmackDown, whatever that is, we'll get into it if it's still happening. I don't know
yeah, I
if it
don't know
will
if it's
be.
still happening. They might have dropped it, maybe.
No, it's probably not.
No,
Knowing them,
probably
it
not. Because
might
didn't
not
they
be.
come out afterwards or some shit?
They did. They did.
Damn.
We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, just I don't know. I know what you're saying about the cooldown matches that you need to have a match to kind of give the audience a break, but this was pretty early in the night. I don't think they needed it really,
Well, I wouldn't have two
especially.
back-to-back Hell in a Cell matches for sure. We need like a meaningful match. Is what we need. You know.
Yeah, that's a like 2 back-to-back Hell in a Cell matches is a mistake. I mean, there's a bigger problem with the card is that there was 3 Hell in a Cell matches. You got to kind of work around it. I think that's more on them than anything else. But
Maybe
yeah,
have two Hell in a Cell matches, like like separate, like maybe an opener and a closer. Like if you got rid of that main event and put the Bailey match and Sasha match first, maybe, or main event, it doesn't really matter. You just use any of these two matches: Roman versus Jay and Sasha versus Bailey.
yeah, I think what they should have done is put the Orton McIntyre match in the position of the Banks Bailey match, or just have that McIntyre Orton match in the middle. So you don't end on such a sour note of just, well, that was a boring match. I guess we'll get to that when we talk about it, right?
We're already talking about it now, unfortunately, but
I know we
we'll get to
skipped
that
over an
soon.
entire card.
Yeah. You see, this is the kind of organization you'd like to see on a podcast, isn't that right, guys?
We'll get it down, I promise. Please don't leave us. We're
We're
desperate.
the Wrassle Graps boys. We know what we're doing.
Yeah. We'll get together eventually. We'll see where we are at the end of the year. We'll workshop it.
In debt.
But,
We're gonna be in debt by the end of the year.
yeah. Or maybe I'll just get a better microphone eventually, and we'll be in good standing.
I feel like it was your internet that was the problem. Now that I think about it,
Possibly, it's possible.
because now your microphone's fine. So,
Yeah, well, I remember at the end of the day,
and hopefully it stays that way.
yeah, hopefully, we still got a whole car to go to. Let's not jinx anything. But, yeah, so let's get ourselves.
Not much to say about the Elias match.
Yeah, just to wrap that up, it was a boring match that ends with Elias going to hit Jeff with a guitar, but somehow Jeff gets that guitar and hits Elias with it, and Jeff was very surprised that he got disqualified for this for some
It's like
reason.
he hasn't been wrestling for a long ass. He was probably high. I mean, that's an allegation, of course, but he could have been high. He could have been high. Okay.
When you turn into a WWE,
I like Jeff Hardy, all right, but I'm just saying, bro.
it's the basis of every WWE feud. I
That's
guess.
facts,
Well,
too. I kind of feel bad for saying that. I'm gonna take that back, Jeff. I'm gonna take that back. Don't worry about it.
Jesus, bro.
I'm gonna take it back.
I'm not ending that. I'll leave that staying
I'm
in.
taking back that, dude. It's not doesn't count. Doesn't count. Okay.
I'm leaving that in the video.
You can leave it in the video. I just take it back.
It's the basis of every WWE feud starring Jeff Hardy. I think I'm over my demons. And then someone goes up to him and goes, "Aren't you high?"
God damn it.
And then they have a feud. It's been the entire basis of his feud so far. Sheamus, Elias, whatever other ones happened.
I think Sheamus and Elias was the same. It was they were playoff of each other's feuds. So
This whole feud is incredibly ridiculous. It's Elias trying to beat up Jeff Hardy because he thinks it hit him with a car, even though it's been proven already that that's not the case.
it's kind of like the best friends Miro feud on AEW. It's like they didn't break your shit. They just got thrown into your shit. Like, or didn't they break their shit? I don't actually remember what happened.
No, at least
Weren't they speared through this shit, or did Trent spear somebody through the shit?
he went to spear somebody through it, but they moved, and then he went through it.
So
at
okay,
least
I guess it is his fault. So I'll take that back as well.
that one barely makes more sense, but at least that one has a reason that Kip saw this person do it. Elias didn't even see Jeff Hardy do this. He's just assuming, and he's refusing to go back to watch the product.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think this is a stupid feud in general, and I don't think it should have even had a match on a pay-per-view. Like, what the hell are we doing? I guess what it is to promote the new Universal Truth album. That was number 1 over Hamilton recently.
You could have done that in a different way. It didn't need to be through this.
Yo, how that shit beat Hamilton, bro? Hamilton's got a fire soundtrack.
It's Elias. I haven't listened to Hamilton.
Yo, listen to some of those songs. Them shits be bangers, I'm telling
you. Yeah.
I watched the whole play. I was like, oh shit, this ain't that corny as I thought it was going to be. So that's cool.
I feel like I would think it is corny.
That's fine. I just didn't think it was too corny. I feel like people could have taken the history rap route somewhere, some different way, and made it really, really fucking corny.
My issue with musicals is I don't like them because I don't think that they make sense in a lot of contexts.
I get it. Yeah.
There'll be musicals happening. Like there'll be a dude who killed somebody, and then he'll break in the song about how he killed this dude, like loudly, and you just wonder how this dude ain't getting arrested right now.
Talking about rap music?
No.
All of rap music is like that, Chris. In real life.
Okay. Well, then I just guessed that off the top of my head. Makes sense.
It really all makes sense.
No, if you watch the movie Sweeney Todd, I think it was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is, but it's this whole thing about this barber who kills people, and he had this one section where he does this, and he goes into the streets during daytime in a crowded area and starts singing about how he did this, and he doesn't get arrested, and it doesn't make any sense.
He was the next up and comer new artist, Lil something.
Yeah, Lil Sweeney.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think they're ridiculous. The only time I like a musical is when it makes sense. Like the main character is a musician, therefore he's singing.
You hear about the guy that got arrested for the EDD song?
No.
Well, he got arrested because he snitched on himself. I forgot his name, but yeah.
Damn.
He snitched on himself. It was pretty crazy.
That's tragic.
Yeah. The hook said it all. The hook said it all.
Like that Key and Peele thing. Rap album.
I made $2 million off EDD was the hook.
You ever see that one Key and Peele skit called Rap Album Confessions?
I might have, maybe.
If you haven't, you should check it out. It's about this rapper who's being interrogated, It's this whole song about him admitting to his crimes. But every time the guy plays the song, he's like, "Oh, I didn't do it. That was somebody else."
Shit.
If you check, I think you'd like it.
Okay.
But I think we can move on here safely to Ms. Notice for the briefcase. Would you like to explain how this came about?
Miz and Otis for the briefcase was a great court case, is what it was. And it took place on SmackDown. And basically, JBL got bribed, and here we are now because he likes money or some shit or whatever was in the briefcase. And he gave the chance for Miz to have a match with Otis for the briefcase. And I thought the whole court case was going to be for the briefcase, but whatever.
The major oversight by them. If you're going to do this, why not just have JBL award them the briefcase?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. I thought that was what it was all about. I mean, that's what I was told from like everyone. So, yeah.
And I found that was for a match at Hell in the Cell. I was less excited for that. I didn't really want to see that, but it happened.
It did happen. I mean, Otis is pretty funny. He's definitely a very funny guy.
Dude, they gave Otis new music during this match. Did you hear that?
Oh, I did hear the new. Oh, yo, I was like, yo, that's some new music. I forgot about it, of course, but he had some new music right there. My dude Otis is stepping it up.
I wrote down my notes here. Blue Collar Working Man. I think that was the thing in the beginning of the song.
I think it was. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so there was that. There was during this match there was an edited in "You Suck" chant. Thank you, Thunderdome. Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin, for the pipe in there.
Yeah. When I think these things can't get any more cheesy, there's an edited in "You Suck" chant. So thank you for that.
My AW Dynamite thing was just black screen. This is awesome, black screen. This is all. That was the whole entire episode.
Jesus. Well,
I didn't know what was awesome. I was like, what is awesome, guys? What's going on?
what's awesome? But can't you see it, man? No.
Green screen stripes. This is awesome. I'm like, God damn, what's going on? I look at the screen. Oh, there's Cody on top of a pile of bodies. I'm like, what the fuck?
You're never gonna know. You'll never know it was awesome.
Yeah, out of context, that sounds bad.
What do you mean? Oh yeah. Well,
Cody on top of a pile of bodies.
you've already yelled out that
It
you're
was
coming.
either him or Orange Cassidy.
You've already yelled. Did you already yelled? I'm coming. I'm coming. So I mean, everything else out of context is just pales in comparison.
That's true.
But yeah, I still gonna watch Dynamite. I'll probably get to that at some point. And so I guess we get to this end of the match here with a very, very shocking Tucker heel turn.
Yeah, I was like, did he really mean to do that, bro? Like, because he was looking at him like he was confused somewhat, but he was not confused because he went backstage and had a brawl afterwards. So
I couldn't believe it, dude. I looked at my screen. I saw Tucker hit Otis with the briefcase, and I said, "God damn, this dude Otis got tucked."
that's what you texted me. Actually, that's what happened.
Well, yeah, I said it out loud. Then I texted you that.
Because I put a shocked face there because I was very shocked. I had my mouth open, like my jaw was just completely dropped to the floor, you know. And I really didn't expect this to happen because I wanted them to stick together, and now they should have stuck together because they're both on SmackDown.
Are they on SmackDown?
They moved Tucker to SmackDown again.
Wow, this company. It's been 2 weeks since the draft, man. It's been 2 weeks. They already can't figure out what they're doing.
They moved him to SmackDown to have a feud with Otis. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. They need tag teams. Why do they keep doing this?
I don't know. They split up Peyton Royce and Billy Kay to put her in another tag team with somebody else.
Do you think that one day these usually are creative in that company are going to look down on the list of tag teams? They're going to go, who are the Street Profits going to feud with next? They're going to look down, well, we got these guys, we got these guys, and then we got those guys. Yeah, just those two teams.
Yeah, all those guys. Yeah. Just 3 of the teams.
It's going to stop breaking up tag teams. I don't honestly understand how they don't think, like, hey, if we keep doing this, are we going to have a tag division?
Yeah, definitely.
You would think at some point they'd think about it, but that's not this point. It's not happening yet.
I don't know I don't know what's going on in their minds. I don't really know if I want to know what's going on in their minds. You know, it's probably some weird ass shit. But yeah,
it's probably the most backward ass logic you've ever heard in your entire life.
Probably, yeah.
But yeah, Miz wins after this interference by Tucker. And like you said, Tucker in an interview he explained his actions and got attacked by Otis backstage.
It was such a good promo.
It was a "You People" promo. That's all it
I
was.
thought, oh, okay, yeah, well, you're right about it. I think I put that in my notes, but I think he did sound natural, though, when he said it.
Yeah, as natural as you can be delivering a "You People" promo.
I mean, that's true, but I think, yeah, I think he's got a long way to go with promos. I think he's gonna, or I don't know what that really means, but he's gonna be a good promo worker, I think.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully.
I
He
think
needs
Otis is
something.
already a worker. So.
I mean, he definitely needs to do something now that he doesn't have Otis by his side.
Yeah, hopefully he does something cool, you know. He's only known for being Tucky, so
I don't see the problem with that, too. I mean, Tucky was a great gimmick.
exactly. He was a great guy, Tucky.
He's going to get called Tucker Knight or something.
I don't know, maybe.
Anyways, that was that. We'll see where this goes in the coming weeks. Now we move on now to the next best part of the night. Another amazing Hell in a Cell match between Banks and Bailey. God, what a match, dude!
Really fun. They tried to innovate as much as they could, and they definitely did. Sasha was hitting meteors everywhere during this match.
Sasha's whole
Like
gimmick
her,
is that.
that was like her whole moves. Actually, that was like most of the moves she hit, meteors. But it's okay. It's okay. It was a good match. It was a good match.
Sasha's whole gimmick is that she physically cannot have a bad Hell in a Cell match, and that stayed true here. This was a fantastic match to too. They innovated
Yeah.
as much as they can with the weapons. They made up for the fact that Roman and Jay was more of a storytelling match, and they brought all the physicality to this match. It
Well,
was,
Bailey tried to do something with tape at one point. I don't know what she was doing,
yeah,
but she gave up on it. So,
yeah. She says to the ref, "I'm too sweaty for this. Can you help me out?" And the ref says, "No, no, I can't."
yeah, I think that's what he said.
That's great.
Yeah, pretty fucking good work here from Bailey and Sasha. I thought it was like I think I would give it a 4 stars probably. If I was to rate it.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I really liked it. I think I'd give it a 4.5.
That's cool. That's cool.
I know it's a bit high, but like I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm not gonna
my
try and give every match 5 stars. I think the last one I gave was Roman and Jay at Cock.
I think you're having way too much fun with that acronym, but
I mean, that's what it
yeah,
was, bro. It's Cock, Clash of Champions.
that's fair. That's fair. That is the acronym. I can't take that away. My only issue with this match, it's a very minor nitpick, but it's something that keeps happening. I feel it needs to be addressed. Do you want to take a guess at what it was?
I don't know what it was.
Michael Cole, during Sasha Banks' entrance, it says it's boss time. I know what
Dude,
you're
that wasn't
thinking.
during the
I know,
match.
I know what you're thinking. It's been 4 years. You gotta let it go at some point. But every time I hear it, it sends me to a deep, dark place, and I just want it to stop. You know,
Same here, but I mean, it wasn't during the match, so
just Michael Cole, please stop. Just stop. I know it wasn't during the match. I don't want to hear it anymore.
it's fair. I don't want to hear it either, but he's not gonna stop. So
Wait a minute. This is you. See, I can't even speak anymore. It's how annoying it is. Uh, dude, you can't be cool when you have Michael Cole repeatedly shouting out it's boss time. It just doesn't work like this.
yeah, I don't fucking imagine he goes up to Vince and says that to him to
He
his
probably
face. It's
does.
boss time. You're the boss. It's
He,
boss
pro-
time.
he probably did do it once and then said, "What? It's what? Never say that again. Only for Sasha Banks. It's not."
He's Sasha Banks. Wait a minute, boss time.
Oh,
Yes, perfect combo.
that's brilliant. Way
Don't
to
say it
go.
to me. Say it to her. Yeah, on TV
But Vince,
tonight.
I just kid. No, no, no. That's every time. You say it every time. God damn it, every time. If you don't say it, you're fired. Just like that.
Just like that.
These, that's what I imagine you'd say along with other Vince McMahonisms.
Yeah, he'd say like, I don't know what he would say, but yeah, definitely something like that. Yep,
Maybe say something like, "What's up, my home slices?" or something.
yeah,
Pretty
something like
crazy.
that. Pretty weird. Yeah.
But yeah, no, this doesn't detract from my star rating of the match. Uh, I still love it. It's just a general nitpick with the whole Michael Cole on commentary thing. It's wanted to stop.
Yeah, it's fair. I'll let you have that one because I also have that one. So yeah, I do agree with that.
Okay. Well, this obviously pay-per-view caliber match, right? Should have been on
Yeah,
screen.
100% pay per view caliber. Uh,
Some people would prefer it be on a WrestleMania or a Rumble. I get it. You could still do that. You could still do that. I get that nitpick, but something that doesn't belong on a pay-per-view. That shouldn't have
What
been on
is
the
it?
show.
What is it?
Big Bob Lashley versus Slapjack for the U.S. title.
Yo, Slapjack, my guy. Okay. I mean, come on, man. You don't gotta love Slapjack. You gotta love Slapjack, all right?
Look, just because he has a funny name, just because his name makes you do a good ha-ha, doesn't mean that I want to see him a lot,
I mean, I was very happy to see him on the show. I was like, yo, it's gonna be Bob Lashley versus my dude. It's gonna be a hell of a match.
Well, I mean, we're big Bobby Lashley fans, We all love Bob Lash. We all saw Bobby Lashley the anime. We all know it was great.
Hey, Bobby Lashley, the anime, man. If you haven't watched it, go search it up on Google, and you might not find anything because that's it's just how it
Ninja.
is.
It's his inside joke. You won't find anything, but
It's like you won't know what the fuck it is.
yeah. But, Bob Lashley, I think, could be doing some better stuff, He could be doing some better stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with them besides fight Retribution over and over again right now, but hopefully they do something else with them. Just something more interesting than just have them have matches with Retribution.
This match was really nothing. But the way this match came about, by the way, is on the pre-show. Mustafa Ali offered a challenge to the Hurt Business. Said, "I'm gonna pick one of mine. You pick one of yours. They'll have a match tonight." And then they picked these two guys. Bobby Lashley kicks Slapjack's ass because of course he does. And then wins the match, retains his title. Not Slapjack, Retribution try a post-match attack, and Bobby Lashley fights off all of them before the Hurt Business can even get there.
He's a beast. I mean, Bobby Lashley's a beast, and he should be shown more like a beast. And that's how it should be. But not Retribution's expense, of course, but because that should be building up stable, like building up a faction. So I don't know what the fuck they're trying to do with Retribution right now. They're just a bunch of losers in masks.
A bit too late for Retribution to be a respectable faction.
They're definitely not respectable at all because they're just a bunch of losers like the Dark Order. But the Dark Order are more winners than losers because they got Brody Lee, they got John Silver. He's not winning, but he's a funny ass guy.
But personally, I'm insulted that you even speak them in the same vein. They are way better than Retribution. So it's some slander right there. You have
Listen,
to take that.
Slapjack's got the slap jacket, all right? So I don't want to hear shit, all right?
Just because you made up that joke does not make this group better than the Dark Order. Okay, it just doesn't work like that.
I mean, there's no jokes for the Dark Order though. So you see the slap jacket, what it is, right? Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So you know what slapjacking is. You look up on Google Urban Dictionary,
Please
you'll know what
look
it
up on
is.
Google.
And basically, what it comes with is a jacket, a hand, or like a robotic hand, and like a dick, and then it basically spurts whatever substance you want into it, and it smacks you in the face.
This is
And
the
you wear the
worst idea
jacket.
you've ever
You
had.
can wear it all. You can wear it around your house. You can wear it around your waist, around everywhere, around in the park with your friends, at dinner time, in your living room while you're watching porn. Whatever you're doing.
Listen, I've known you for 7 years, and the course of 7 years, it's probably the worst idea you've ever had.
I mean, that's facts, but it'd be funny if it existed, right? If Slapjack came out every fucking week in a slap jacket. Like, come on. You wouldn't love that, guys? Let us know in the comment section if you'd love to see that,
I don't want to see. No, I don't think
Like
anyone
every
wants
time he
to see.
doesn't want that to happen to him, just smacks him in the face with some weird ass substance.
Yeah, let us know your thoughts about the slapjack and why you don't want to see it ever in existence, or why you think it's a terrible idea.
In all honesty, be pretty gross. So we shouldn't have that. But
Yeah, the idea of it's pretty gross.
it'd be pretty gross, but it'd be pretty funny, honestly.
You wouldn't even be able to walk out of the house without getting arrested.
I don't want this in real life. Let me be clear. But as a joke, it's pretty weird. It's pretty weird and it's pretty odd, and it'd just be a weird thing to happen, honestly.
Yeah, it's very well done, that joke over there.
If you were there during the little practice episode we did, I think you'd understand better. But, yeah.
I think what you're trying to say is you're lucky you weren't there. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Some of us were there for that. Okay. By some of us, I mean me.
You mean you and Craig and me.
Yeah. Well, Craig doesn't count. Come on.
You're not counting him because he's a robot? Is that what it is, Chris?
No, because he's an asshole and I hate him.
That's fair. That's fair. We do have 9,013 reasons why we hate him. So.
I don't know if we've done anything this episode, but just add another one, you know. But anyways, we're gonna move on, I guess. Actually, no, before we move on, I think that it's only fair we detail Retribution past 2 weeks. You know, talk about it a little bit.
Okay.
So if you haven't been watching Raw for the past 2 weeks, what happened to Retribution was in a match against the Hurt Business a week ago. You know, last Monday, not this Monday, but last Monday, they went against Retribution. Bobby Lashley made T-Bar tap out pretty convincing fashion, and then the Fiend made them all look like a bunch of jabronis, because of course he did. Then Ali cut a promo saying, "Oh no, we're so serious, take us seriously, please." And then this comes and happens, and the night after, there's an elimination tag match between Retribution and the Hurt Business. You know, because if you're gonna bury these guys, you better do it in a proper fashion. Have all of them take a fall and look terrible in one match. And that's exactly what they did, you know. Retribution lost to the Hurt Business in an elimination match. And Mustafa Ali once again cussed this promo about, no, take us seriously. We're serious. Come on. We're not done yet.
Yeah, what the fuck is the vision for this feud? Or not feud, this faction. What is it?
It's ridiculous. You can't have Mustafa Ali coming out here cutting these promos because he's doing his best, but he can't be out here saying that we're serious and we're dangerous when they're losing every week.
You can't have this much confidence in Mustafa Ali's promos when you're not even trying to put them over on TV like that, you know, in matches and stuff like that. Like he can only carry you so much with the promos to the point where it's like you just sound like a liar now, bro. Like I don't know what to tell you.
Every time I'm listening to these promos, every week this is happening. I can't tell if I'm listening to a promo or like a comedy segment or like, you know, a stand-up comedy act.
Yeah, I always think I'm supposed to take these dudes seriously. Like, I mean, these guys are not. They're not a joke. They're not a serious group at all. Like in my mind, they're just a bunch of losers. That's what they are.
One of them is named Slapjack.
One of them seems Slapjack. You name them all weird names. Like, we're not going to take these guys seriously, especially if they lose a lot. Like, you know, if they were dominant forces, maybe you'd be like, oh, these guys are something. You don't want to mess with these guys, but you do want to mess with these guys because you'll have a quick, easy victory.
If you want to make your name to do, you might as well mess with these guys. You know, that's four quick guys you could beat and bury to make yourself look good.
Just make fun of Slapjack, it, and you'll be on your way.
Please stop talking about the Slapjack.
You start laughing at his jacket. You're like, that's a funny jacket. And you get a match with him on Raw.
Yeah. Then you can also beat him up for 10 minutes in a very convincing fashion.
Yeah. Pretty insane.
Yeah, I guess that's it for now on Retribution. I'm sure we'll have more thoughts about this as the weeks go on and Ali cuts more promos about they're serious after losing a match. But I guess we can move on to main event time. Main event time with Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton in a Hell in a Cell match for WWE Championship. God, what a terrible main event.
What a shitty, boring match. It wasn't really shitty per se. It was pretty, probably not the sloppy match at all. But it was just boring. It was just, I didn't pay attention too much to this match. I zoned out a few times. It was just, it didn't hold my attention at all. And then they repeated spots from previous years, and it just became this whole entire, it was a boring match. That's what it was.
You know how Roman and Jay was like a 40-minute match, right? I timed this match. It went 35 minutes and it felt like an hour. Dude.
You're right about that. Yeah. It definitely felt like a long ass match, like longer than the Jay Roman match, probably.
Yeah, and it wasn't. It wasn't. It was like 5 minutes shorter. Yeah, it still felt like an hour long.
What story were we telling here anyway?
What, in this match?
In this match, like.
In this match, the story was Drew beat Randy Orton twice. So Randy Orton dressed up as a janitor with night vision goggles, beat up these legends, and Drew said, "Oh, you son of a bitch, how dare you?" And then he said, I want your ass in Hell in a Cell, pal. One of them said it. Someone said it, and now we're here.
I mean, I know that, but like during the actual match, they told I don't think they told a story at all.
As soon as I saw Randy Orton do that thing where he was a master of disguise, dressed up as a cameraman and attacking Drew, I got flashbacks to Edge Orton from Mania. I was like, oh dear God, help! You know.
I guess they did tell a story. They brought out the bolt cutters and shit, but it just wasn't enough to keep me interested.
I
Oh,
don't
what'd you
even.
say?
I don't
Okay, you're
even
back.
know.
Okay.
I don't even. Yeah.
I thought you
Uh,
whispered for a second.
No, it's me trying to form a sentence to figure out what happened in this match because I can't even
It's like when I
remember for the
stuttered
life
into
of me.
the it was like when I stuttered into the mic really loudly. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I'm just trying to formulate an idea. It's been 5 days. I already forgot most of what happened here. But I guess what was it? They worked each other over in the cell. Eventually, once they got in there, then Orton gets out of it with the bolt cutters. He goes on top of the cell and goes to the roof. Drew follows, and he picks up this weird weapon, the weird stick. He hits him with it a couple times, right? What? What was that all?
I guess it was a bamboo stick. I'm kidding. I don't know what it was. But imagine. They just had a
Yeah,
weird ass bamboo stick up there.
some weird red and black stick on top of the cell. Looked like some sort of lightsaber out of Star Wars, but like not even a good one. Like a probably at the
Yeah, one of
dollar store.
those cheap ass Party City ones.
Yeah.
Spray
He,
painted it black.
yeah, like half of not even the whole thing, just like 1/3.
That's tough. That's tough, WWE. That's tough.
It's very tough. And after that, they do their mandatory. Someone's falling off side of the cage spot.
Oh, someone's face like the Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose one. I forgot who else did it, but it was probably Charlotte and somebody else, I think.
They done it like every year, I think. Actually, no, they didn't do it last year. They didn't do it
I
last year.
don't know. They've been okay. They did do a top. The Shane. Wait, did Shane McMahon fall off the cell like from the top, like the TPE top on Hell in a Cell?
He jumped.
No, when the Kevin Owens Sami Zayn storyline. What happened there?
He Owens was on the announce table. Shane jumped and Sammy pulled Kevin out of the way. That was a Sami
Oh,
Zayn heel
okay.
turn.
So yeah, that was a bigger jump there, or a bigger fall.
At least that one kind of made sense.
That was probably one of the best ones they've done, honestly.
Especially since I predicted the Sami Zayn heel turn.
Yeah, now he's still here to this day. So
Yeah. I mean, the difference between that match and this one is that match was actually fun.
yeah, that match was pretty. That was a banger match right there.
Dude, I felt so bad for Drew. They had to lose his title in this fashion.
I hate to say it, but Shane McMahon has had so many bangers during his lifetime or during his career. Yeah.
Every match he has, it's fun. Even if it's not
Even
a
the
good
Miz match
match.
was not bad either.
With a Mania, that was a great match.
Yeah.
Miztag got in the ring. Dude, the pop Miztag got in that arena. I can tell you because I was there. The pop he got in that arena was out of control. Okay?
Insane.
Bring back Miztag, that's the problem. People will start watching you bring back Miztag. Come on.
Doesn't Miz Dad hate him? Doesn't Miz Dad like hate the Miz?
Does he?
I feel like he does. I feel like he doesn't support him at all.
I don't think that was that the gimmick.
I don't think that's his gimmick, no. But I think
No, you
that
realize he's
they said it on like a weird YouTube video on WWE's YouTube channel.
what the hell?
I think he was like, "Yeah, I don't really believe in him," but
Thank you, Miztag.
he might have. I might be wrong. Actually, I haven't watched that in like a year or two. So, or no, in like I'll say 4 years probably.
Yeah, well,
3, maybe 3, maybe.
Miztag was a
Whenever I
year
was really
ago.
into SmackDown, like 2000, it was a year ago. You said so. Maybe maybe it was a year ago. Yeah,
I remember Miztag stuff happening.
that's when he started popping on camera though. But he was actually in a video on WWE's YouTube channel before that, I think. So it could have been any time, but he might have said it, he might not have. Yeah.
What are these accusations making up now?
I mean, there has to be a video on YouTube channel. Go search it up if you want. Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys can find it, please put it in the comments. Let us know. Tell us
Yeah,
this is a
please
real
let
thing
us know
or
what he
not.
said. Please.
But yeah, get on to something. Getting back to the less entertaining stuff. Orton beats Drew with an RKO. Uh, boy, I feel so bad for Drew. I really do. This dude, he had a good title run. He did. It was a good title run. But to end in this fashion, in such a boring way, I just felt terrible for him.
Yo, okay, I did feel a little bad, but I felt like I wanted Randy Orton to be champion at some point in the year. It's just not right now. I don't know why. I feel like before I was like, yes, I'm cool with Randy Orton being champion, but he lost so much to Drew. And it just became like, if he wins now, really, do I really give a fuck? Not really.
I'm gonna say here, it's not special. Plenty of people said this before. The right time to do this was SummerSlam. Not now, when he's lost his momentum, because nobody gets anything out of this. This isn't special in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, man, I don't know what the fuck. They just said, hey, you beat him like tons of times. It's time for Randy to have one victory over you. Okay, cool. Yeah,
And
shitty match that we didn't like. You know.
I will say this much: they are starting a feud between him and the Fiend, Orton and the Fiend, and Drew is kind of involved. Whatever that whole thing was, that was something. I'm interested to see where that goes, but this was not great. It really wasn't.
I definitely forgot all about that fucking Randy Orton. I was very confused with that. I was like, what the hell are they trying to go for here? Are they trying to mix them all in at once? Bray, Drew, and Randy? Or are they trying to do Bray and Randy?
I
That's
think
for a
that
Raw review, I guess, but we can say it
can
here.
never do that. You might as well just get a lot here, and what's else you doing?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what it is. Interesting direction though. So I don't know how they're gonna make it last through Survivor Series, whatever the next pay-per-view is. It's a rough one.
Yeah, Drew didn't get revenge for his homies, his peeps.
Dude, apparently, if you were watching on the UK feed or whatever, this dude Drew stabbed Orton in the eye with a pen.
I wonder how the UK feed was for the Dynamite viewers.
What are you getting so close to the mic for to say that?
I don't know. I just thought it was fitting. So
Was it? Is it really?
nah, probably not. But I felt like doing it
Okay.
without stuttering this time, thankfully.
You know what? I'll give you that much. I'll give it to you.
It was pretty clear. It was pretty good. I think so.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I know when to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that was the time, but
Did it very swiftly. It was smooth.
that's fair. Sorry to headphone users, I guess, but
ASMR, baby.
that's not ASMR.
Start smacking my lips, eating bacon
Please
burritos.
don't do that. All right, we will end this right now.
I've never ate once eaten a bacon burrito. Maybe I have. Breakfast burrito is what that is. So yeah.
Yeah, I never had one of those. I want to though.
From Sonic, I think I have. No, I haven't even had one from Sonic, so probably not actually.
But I don't know. I never had one either.
You never had a burrito, you said?
No.
I had one to figure it out, like, well, what the fuck's a burrito? So I had one like many years ago. And then I've only had like probably 4 actual fucking burritos, and then of course I've had a wraps and stuff like that, but that's not a burrito.
Image of you doing like detective work. That's like the hell.
What is this burrito? It's covered in beans.
What is this weird meat cylinder? What the hell am I looking at here, pal?
Why is it covered in breading? What?
Are you trying to pull a fast one?
This is not a wrap that I know of.
This isn't real. Go on.
There's no cheese inside of this. What's going on here, Taco Bell?
I'm playing your games, Taco Bell. Come on.
I love Taco Bell. I mean, keep that Mexican pizza where it's at, okay, on the menu, please.
Yeah. I never had it. It's probably good.
So good.
That shows you how interesting that Orton Drew match was that we drift over to Taco Bell. But
That shows you. Yeah.
Before we drift off any further, I guess we'll just do our overall ranking of Hell in a Cell, probably.
This one's a hard one. I'm not gonna lie, because it was
It
up and
is.
down the whole night to the point where it's probably a thumbs. It was a very. I was kind of satisfied, kind of not satisfied. So I give it a thumbs in the middle.
It's hard because you want to give it that thumbs in the middle, but you also remember the show had 2 of the best WWE matches of the entire year, and you feel kind of weird giving it that. So I'm gonna give it a weird thumbs, not in the middle, not up, somewhere in the middle of that.
There's no. You gotta stick to the scale, Chris. Stick to the scale and do what you gotta do.
Technically, it
Do
is.
what you gotta do.
Technically,
Okay.
it is in the scale.
Yeah.
I'm not going over the scale.
Convince me. Convince
Not
me.
going under. It's somewhere in the center of that scale.
You got a crooked thumb, Chris.
What do you, what do you mean? It's there. It's normal. Look, how are you? What evidence do you have to say that I got?
It's gotta be straight up, Chris.
Okay, fine. You know what? I'll give it a thumbs up just because I really like those 2 matches.
Okay, that's fair. I'll accept it.
But just so everyone knows out there, officially, so weird thumbs in the middle, not up, somewhere in the center of that. But because I have to give it something else, a thumbs up.
Imagine someone did this to Dave Meltzer.
What?
Imagine someone did this to Dave Meltzer who was rating the Kenny Omega Okada match. No, you can't do this. No.
Goes to
Like
give
he's on the
it.
phone with Brian Alvarez. How dare you?
Goes to give it 6 stars. No, pal. You gotta go on the scale.
You
Bo's
gotta
better
be
than the
straight
scale.
with it.
Bo's better than the scale. No, pal. You made a scale. You better stick to it.
No, pal, we're doing it old school. The way it's supposed to be done.
I know what you're trying to pull, Dave. Come on.
Dan. And that was the Wrassle Graps podcast.
I mean, yeah. Do you have any extra thoughts before we wrap this up here?
Not really. I mean, I basically said them all during the actual review, so I think I'm alright with this.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, like we said, we couldn't get that review out for you guys. We wanted to. The AW one. We had a nice lengthy episode. I think it was about an hour. That's it for me, really. Do you want to quickly plug our social media stuff and we'll get out of here?
I will definitely do that. So we have at Wrassle Graps on Twitter, at Wrassle Graps on Instagram, Wrassle Graps on Facebook, and we have a new Snapchat, Wrassle Graps, all one word. And mine is on Instagram. It's at the Vincent TXP, and it's the same thing on Twitter. Chris, what about you?
Follow me at R521Chris at Twitter. And I remembered because I looked at it this time. Just cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's somewhere in the description. You'll find it.
Yep, it's pretty. It's everything's in the description, guys. Not the links yet, but we have the names, so you'll be okay.
It's good enough. You're smart.
Copy and paste, it's all good. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say farewell to you guys. I got nothing else to say really, unless you remembered something. Besides, check out our album review, Elias Universal Truth album review. It's up right now on our channel. Please check that out if you can. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. And if you haven't, please leave a dislike. And Chris will give you a question to comment down below the answer to. And plus a subscribe button if you want to see more stuff like this. And goodbye, guys. I'll leave you with Chris for the outro.
Yeah, so thanks for that. Guys, the question I guess I want to ask you today is obviously, what were your thoughts on Hell in the Cell? Enjoy it? You like it? What's your favorite match? Tell us down below. What did you think of the show? We'll actually, if you guys do leave any comments, we'll read them out in the next episode. We'll talk about it. Yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you for joining us. Do appreciate it. And we will hopefully catch you guys on Tuesday if everything works out well. If not, I don't know. Talk to you then. Bye. Why isn't this working?